Hello guys! Welcome to the Alrasta channel to discuss and explain the exciting storyline of your favorite series, SwallowedStar episode 176. In the previous episode, after Luofeng completed the 13th level Heavenly Bridge challenge and was recognized as a super genius by the virtual company, he received numerous offers to become a disciple from many powerful factions across the universe, even becoming a top priority target for an insect race that must be eliminated. Regarding disciples, after the master, Emperor Zhen Yan, recommended Luofeng to choose the Chaos City Lord, Luofeng eventually took the test given by him. Ultimately, Luofeng officially became his disciple after mastering the first volume of the Beast God 7 Kill, demonstrated by Luofeng's ability to activate the Beast God transformation. What happens next? Without further ado, let's dive straight into the story. At the beginning of the episode, the scene is set in a virtual universe where King Yanzhu is imprisoned, yet he manages to enjoy himself surrounded by many women and living comfortably, despite having limited access. Earlier, Yanzhu was already shocked when Luofeng completed the 13th Heavenly Bridge challenge and won the Domain Master competition, even surpassing Bolin. Now, Yanzhu's subordinates have brought even more shocking news. Luofeng has officially become the disciple of the Chaos City Lord. Back on Earth, when Luofeng returned home, he was immediately greeted by a large crowd, especially the girls who seemed to adore him. Their excitement rose when they saw Luofeng with their own eyes, guys. Meanwhile, Aogo and Bai Kaluo, who were on guard, thought the girls had completely lost their minds. While the girls were hysterical and fainting upon seeing Luofeng, there were also many wealthy businessmen willing to spend a fortune just to have dinner with him. According to Babata, the current Luofeng can easily earn a lot of money just by eating. Well, if Luofeng accepts the invitation to eat just a few times, he can already buy valuable materials for training. In the future, Luofeng will need a lot of money to develop the 3 star-eating plants that he had asked Babata to plant. Just buying the seeds for those plants costs 900,000 Hun Yuan, which is extremely expensive. Although Luofeng already has Luo-Ke holy water to strengthen the plants, they still need to consume a material to grow. Moreover, Luofeng now has 2 types of plants, the cloud contact vine and this new one, the star-eating plant. A quick disclaimer from me. Actually, Tunshi does not have a metal vine as described in the novel. In the Donghua version, he only has the star-eating plant and the Sha Luo flower. After seeing the potential of the star-eating plant that Tunshi possesses, Luofeng wants to buy 3 seeds of that plant to upgrade it to the immortal level. So what happened to Tunshi's star-eating plant? Since plant life forms can't be owned once they grow large, Luofeng bought the seeds to tame them. Because Luofeng needed a lot of money to buy materials for his plants, he returned to Sky Mountain in the virtual universe, which he had failed to complete in the past. Long story short, Luofeng successfully conquered the first 2 levels of Sky Mountain. This time, on the 3rd level, just like before, Luofeng was required to defeat the 3 mountain guardians, Snake Women, Bullman, and Ape Man. Several eras have passed, yet no one has been able to complete the challenge at the peak of Sky Mountain, and this time Luofeng has returned to try again. If Luofeng can pass this stage and break through to the World Master level to obtain incentive points, he will receive a total of 3 billion points to exchange for resources for his training. Immediately after setting foot in the area, the battle began with a combined attack from the 3 guardians, each with different fighting skills. The Bullman is a warrior skilled in close-range attacks with an axe. The Ape Man is a controller with a spiked whip to restrict the movements of his opponents, and the Snake Woman is an illusionist with long-range attacks. The combination of these 3 guardians has proven impossible for even the most brilliant geniuses to overcome. When Luofeng was knocked down from a height in mid-air, and before he received the combined attack of the Bullman and the Ape Man, Luofeng activated his newest ability, Beast God Transformation, allowing him to easily withstand the incoming attacks and even launch a counterattack, while promising that Luofeng would complete the challenge and bring home the prize.
原始通天山，这我一定会征服。
Despite activating Beast God transformation, the three guards in front of Luofeng managed to engage in a fierce battle, even delivering powerful blows to him. If Luofeng hadn't used his new transformation to protect his body, he would have lost earlier. In the end, Luofeng won when he used the combat skills he had gained from understanding the Beast God statue. It was the sky-splitting claw technique, which could quickly cut the bullman into several pieces, as if it were cutting paper. The snake women and ape men also suffered the same fate when they were hit by Luofeng's sky-splitting claw technique. After the battle ended, the three guards immediately saluted Luofeng for successfully conquering Sky Mountain at the Domain Master level. Elsewhere, in a meeting room, while Long Yu was talking to a company executive named Bo Siwa, a group of other members arrived and expressed their grievances to the inspection envoy Luofeng, who was considered a ruthless but selfish man. He liked to kill criminals, but Luofeng refused to judge his father. Therefore, they believed that Luofeng should not be given any more opportunities, and they must stop his rapid rise. After hearing the concerns of the group, Long Yu smiled understandingly, explaining that all power in the virtual universe company was directly controlled by Lord Chaos City. Long Yu was baffled. How could Bo Siwa, the man in front of him, dare to pressure Luofeng, who was already known to be a disciple of Chaos City Lord? Long Yu knew that this man was also the one who had influenced the group members there to dislike Luofeng. Well, upon hearing Long Yu's response, the man remained silent, furrowing his brows. As of now, Luofeng's golden behemoth body and his Mosha body have both reached the 9th level of the World Master realm, while his human body is at the peak of the Domain Master realm and is about to break through to the World Master realm. The Domain Master level Sky Mountain, which had remained unconquered for an extremely long time, has now been completely subdued by Luofeng. As a result, in addition to breaking through to the World Master level, Luofeng will also obtain 3 billion contribution points. Long Yu stated that Luofeng's future development will undoubtedly accelerate even further. This fact has only made those who dislike Luofeng even more frustrated.
积分加持，想必就要一飞冲天了。
At one point, Luofeng had a meeting with his master, the Chaos City Lord. Luofeng felt a shiver run down his spine as the giant's intense gaze emerged from the sky. Luofeng's master specifically inquired about his duration of control over the golden-horned behemoth's body. Oh my god. The question made Luofeng and Atuka, who was playing chess, jump in surprise. The Chaos City Lord was already aware that Luofeng's true form was the golden-horned behemoth creature. Luofeng was terrified. He was very afraid that his master would label him as part of a foreign race. He might be executed by his own master. Luofeng looked resigned when the master so easily pulled the core of life out of the inner world, which Luofeng had hidden with 2 layers of protection, placed inside Mosha's body, and even Mosha's body was inside the world ring. The master spoke firmly, stating that Luofeng would never be able to hide anything from him. Because every genius who came to train in Primal Chaos City, the moment they set foot inside, the Chaos City Lord could clearly see every detail about everyone. From that moment onward, he had already seen Luofeng's true life essence, hidden within his body. When Luofeng broke out in a cold sweat, the master told him not to be so tense. It turned out that the master only considered Luofeng's golden-horned behemoth body to be one of the many abilities Luofeng had mastered. He had seen this kind of thing many times before. He thought it was a rather unique case. A living creature was formed from 2 essences, flesh and soul. Luofeng's original body was indeed a behemoth, but his soul remained unchanged. He still possessed a human soul. That was why the Chaos City leader didn't immediately execute Luofeng when he set foot in Primal Chaos City. Upon hearing this, Luofeng, Babata, and Atuka could finally breathe a sigh of relief, as the master had no intention of harming Luofeng. During the meeting, he even intended to give Luofeng a gift. Among them was the beast god armament. It was a shield with carvings 2 meters high and 1 meter wide. This shield falls under the category of mental weapons frequently used by warriors who have mastered the beast god's 7-kill technique. It is highly suitable for Luofeng. It was explained that this weapon was once used by the universe venerable warriors who attempted to master the beast god's 7-kill technique. Although this weapon does not hold significant value, it is still a worthwhile addition to a collection.
在他眼里也只是一般。
But in Luofeng's eyes, it was very valuable. The standards of judgment between the two of them were very different. Naturally, his master had encountered numerous weapons superior to that shield. After Luofeng expressed his gratitude, it turned out that the master still had one more gift for Luofeng, and those were the chaotic golden wings, or Shiwu's wings. This was a valuable treasure that had never been seen by the public. That is why Luofeng was not allowed to reveal any information about it. If he did, Luofeng would become an easy target for warriors at the venerable level of the universe. This treasure can be integrated into the user's body once it has been perfected. The user can change the size of the wings at will. When enlarged, the wings can easily cover a distance of millions of kilometers. When the wings are shrunk, they can become extremely small. They are even more compact than a single cell. This treasure is also highly practical, usable for combat and escape. Additionally, there are hidden functions within the Shiwu wings. The instructions for their use are contained in a manual that will be sent by the master. On another note, since Luofeng's body has now successfully reached the world master level, according to company tradition, he will be faced with a life or death trial in the form of an expedition that he must complete. Among these trials are space battlefields and secret realms of the cosmos. This expedition will be extremely dangerous, as many powerful warriors have perished in the past during its execution. Therefore, the master has requested that Luofeng prepare thoroughly before undertaking the mission. If Luofeng feels ready, he is instructed to return and meet with the master. The Chaos City Lord, who previously gave Luofeng 2 treasures for his safety, does not want Luofeng to meet the same fate as Kedi, who perished in the space battlefield. Returning to King Yanju, he still couldn't accept that Luofeng had been chosen as the new genius that most people hoped for from the virtual company. Despite being only a few hundred years old, Luofeng managed to achieve something truly remarkable. Meanwhile, Yanju was trapped there and had to endure 1,000 eras of imprisonment. Out of sheer frustration, he screamed before eventually eliminating the women who had been accompanying him. Despite their absence, they remained in the virtual realm. Let's return to Luofeng. So, 300 years have passed, guys. And by that time, Luofeng had already understood the 4th and 5th tablets in the 9-universe primal chaos tablet. His current understanding was equivalent to that of a warrior who had passed level 15 of the Heavenly Bridge. With his mastery of the first volume of Beast God's 7-kill, Luofeng then combined the manual given to him by the Chaos City Lord to merge with Shiwu's wings. There are also 3 resonant shuttle universes, which Luofeng discovered from the memories of the Golden Horn Behemoth, allowing the Golden Horn to also merge with Shiwu's wings. The 3 billion points earned from Sky Mountain were exchanged by Luofeng for the 4th and 5th volumes of Time-Space Scribbles, along with many other treasures to help him improve his cultivation. And as the culmination of his efforts, Luofeng's understanding of the first volume of Beast God Kill had also deepened, marking the end of his preparations before departing for his mandatory military expedition. Before departing, Luofeng did not forget to bid farewell to Emperor Zhen Yan, the second master who hoped that Luofeng would return safely.
老师，弟子。
After that, Luofeng met with Chaos City Lord, the third master. He explained that Luofeng's current journey was a tradition of the virtual company that had existed for billions of years. Among the two options available, Luofeng was asked to choose one. With full confidence, Luofeng chose the outer space battlefield. It is said that in that place, powerful monsters from various foreign races such as the machine race, the demon race, and the insect race are hidden. These three peak races border the human territory, resulting in an endless war in that region. Luofeng was instructed to be extremely cautious, especially around the insect race, as this race is particularly cunning. Even Katie, Luofeng's senior, fell in battle against them. Despite having far more points, wealth, and opportunities than Luofeng in the past, Katie was no match for them. Unfortunately, Katie still fell on the battlefield. The final gift from the master before Luofeng departed was an identification token. If Luofeng ever found himself in a situation that was extremely dangerous and impossible to resolve on his own, he could destroy the token. Upon doing so, the master would immediately arrive at the location in a short amount of time, and then Luofeng set off. Among the ace cards that Luofeng currently possesses, one of the newer ones is the star-eating plant, which now has 100 stems and has been developed to the immortal level. Luofeng will also place several immortal crystals in various hidden locations. These immortal crystals will be useful for teleportation in dire situations. Luofeng won't be acting alone either. During this journey, he will be making preparations. Luofeng plans to order 10,000 more World Master level insect corpses because they're currently on a 40% discount, guys. This time, Luofeng will purchase them for 60 million points. Switching to the inner world. Inside Luofeng's inner world, Irina opened another space filled with countless insect soldiers who would accompany Luofeng on his expedition. These insect soldiers consisted of 3 million tiger beetles, 10,000 hunting mantis zergs, and 1,000 shadow zergs. All of them have been bred by Irina and are ready for battle.
300万虎甲，1万猎塔王者，1000风影王者。
After praising Irina for her excellent work, Luofeng informed her that he had purchased more materials that could be used to create 1 million tiger beetle kings. To create one tiger beetle king, 100 regular tiger beetles were needed. Its strength was also 10 times greater than the regular type. That's why the method Luofeng mentioned wasn't very practical, said Irina. Before finally telling the queen, Luofeng pointed out that there must be a limit to the number of soldiers she could control, right? So as the number of troops increased, the queen's control would weaken. When the army numbered 10,000, Irina could arrange for them all to launch a coordinated attack. If there were 1 million soldiers, Irina could only make them work together and coordinate them well. If the number of soldiers exceeded 1 million, it would be difficult for Irina to maintain control. That was why Luofeng thought that the individual strength of their army was something worth considering in their current situation. And 1 million tiger beetle kings was the most optimal composition they could use. Irina realized that Luofeng's thinking was very visionary, but was that enough for Luofeng to join the war between races, guys? To find out, let's wait for the next episode. Alright, thank you for watching until the end, and don't forget to support this channel with likes, subscribe, and comments. That's all from me. Bye.
且对心里自由之血，两位小哥哥，一大离开，不知所期。家人内里的小哥。